everyone. So today we are going to be doing a few more of the more common movements, but I am going to be incorporating a little more movement into the poses, and as we progress along the series I will be adding the weights along with the movement. So I like to fuse together some weights and movement into those yoga poses because I feel there's like true benefit in combining them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start in our mountain pose, feet fairly close together, and your kneecaps are lifted, your core is tight, your shoulders are back, and we're going to inhale on the lift, exhale on the lower. So 5 nice deep breaths. There we go, all the way up. Now we're going to grab the base of the right hand. We're going to exhale as we lean, take a full breath in and out, and then inhale to come back up. So exhale, leaning, full breath here. And inhale, center, and exhale to the other side. And inhale to center. Arms can come down, grab your hands behind your back. We're going to pull back, lift your chin, open your stance, and forward fold, lifting your arms. And inhale, come back up. Arms come up nice and high and roll back. So I just want to get our legs working a little bit. So we're going to be doing a little bit of warrior sequence. We're going to be doing a straddle and chair, just all kinds of things to just warm up and open the legs and stretch your back as well. So when we get into our warrior poses, one of the most important things to think about or to make sure is that your knee of the front leg does not come over your toes. So if you need to inch your foot forward a little bit and make that adjustment as you step back, then make sure you do that before you lower your body. So for this next little sequence, if you need to have a chair or wall or something for balance, make sure you have it to your left because we're going to start where you are stepping your right back. So we are going to be facing forward, so I like to come to the front of my mat so you have some room behind you. So we're going to roll your shoulders back, soft knees, tight core, and we're going to take your right foot and step it back. So taking a nice big step back, and now that back foot, your toes are going to angle out a little bit, whereas your front foot, your toes are forward. Okay, so we're just going to actually line up the heel of your front leg to the arch of your back leg. So now we're nice and stable. And from here, we're actually going to turn your hip forward. So we're keeping that forward stance, and we're going to inhale, bring those arms up all the way. And now as you exhale, you're going to sink into a nice low lunge, and we're going to try and hold for 3 to 5 breaths here, in and out. And then we're going to inhale to come back up. So we're turning, hips are straight, and you're going to exhale, sinking down. And then we're going to inhale and stand up out of that. And now we're going to take your right arm and bring it back, opening your hip. Left arm is forward. So left arm and leg are forward, right arm back. And we're going to now turn so your hip is open and you're looking over the front hand. So we're gazing over, and we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale to sink into that warrior two. So holding nice and low. push up. We're actually going to take your back hand and slide it down your leg. We're going to go into peaceful warrior now. So sliding back, we're actually going to lean back just a little bit. So if you can, straighten your front leg here. If it feels awkward, keep it slightly bent. Peaceful warrior. And now we're going to come up out of that, and we're going to lead with the arm, and we're going to turn your hip. So we're now bringing that arm up and turning your hip forward, kind of like your warrior one, but now we're going to lean forward. So pressing your weight into the front leg, we're going to shift all your weight forward and drag that back foot up and lift that leg leaning forward into warrior three. So that's a nice little sequence I like to do. So we're going to switch sides. So if you need something to your right now, because we're going to be working on the left side. So if you need a chair or something to support your balance on the right, go ahead and set that up. And we're going to do that same sequence on your left. Okay, so starting at the front of your mat. So having something to your right this time. Shoulders back, nice tight core. And we're going to step the left foot back. So left foot steps back. You're going to make sure that your toes on the back foot are pointed out a little bit. Your heel of the front foot is lining up to the arch of your back foot, so you can check that. And you're going to make sure that you have a long enough stance so when you lower your knees and coming over your toe. Okay, so we're going to inhale, bring those arms up, and exhale, lower into that warrior one. 3 to 5 deep breaths here. And inhale, coming up. And now we're going to take your left arm and roll it back. Right arm is forward. And now you're going to relax your shoulders back and down. Trying to keep your arms fairly even. Exhale as you lower into warrior two. Nice low pose. Now we're going to inhale, coming up. Forward hand comes up, back hand slides down. Straighten the leg if you can for peaceful warrior. And we're going to lift that arm back up, tilting forward again. And now we're going to swing that arm forward. Now your arms are forward, you're placing your weight into the front leg, and you're letting your toe of the back leg drag as you shift your weight forward, lifting that leg, lowering your upper body. Okay, so there's our little warrior sequence each side, and now we're gonna get into a little something else. Okay, so for this sequence, it's gonna be very similar to what we just did, but you're gonna maybe want your yoga block. Modifying with your yoga block, you're gonna use it tall if you don't have much flexibility or reach. Medium if you want, or even if you just need just that added little bit of space, then go ahead and just adjust your yoga block as you need. So we are going to be doing our warrior one, warrior two, and then we're going to do a triangle. So this is where we're gonna need your block. So we're gonna go ahead and place it up by your left foot. So I'm just gonna show you a high modification. So again, you can adjust your block according to where you can reach. So feet together, shoulders back, nice tight core. We're gonna take a deep breath in and exhale as you step that right back. Again, your warrior stance pose. So your feet are lined up, toes are out a little bit, hips are straight. We're gonna inhale, bring your arms up, exhale, sinking down. Inhale, come up a little bit. So now your right arm is gonna go back towards your right leg, and you're gonna bring your left arm forward. So hips adjust here, opening a little bit, and from this point, we're gonna exhale and sinking forward. So looking over your hand. Okay, from this position, we're gonna tilt forward. This is where you might want your yoga block behind you. So you're gonna take your hand to the outside of your leg, and we're gonna look up at your hand if you can. Now, if you can straighten your front leg. And if it's too hard on your neck, just keep your head where it feels neutral. Okay, and now you're just gonna lift yourself up, and now we're in a split stance. So you're gonna take your front foot and you're gonna turn it. So now we have both feet facing in. We're just gonna adjust that back foot, turn both feet out slightly so your heels are in. So now we have a nice straddle pose. Take our arms up as we inhale. And then we're gonna place them together and exhale. We're gonna bring your hands down to heart. Next time we do this one, we're gonna do it in one motion. Breath in and exhale, sinking down. So try not to lurch forward. You wanna keep your shoulders back, and you wanna make sure your knees are not coming over your toes. And nice and low. So here, we're gonna stand up and reach forward. So if you need to, use your yoga block. You can use it high, or you can use it medium or low. And we're just gonna drop your head and let your back relax. Straightening your legs if you can. Okay, so now we're gonna shift to the left and walk your hands over to the left foot and just stay there for a breath or two. Okay, inhale, coming to center and shifting your legs straight as you come to center. And now bending the right knee and walking your hands to the right foot. Coming back to center. Now to come up out of the straddle, easy. You turn your toes in, turn your heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. And then we're just gonna do a nice roll up. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms come down. Good, so now we're gonna do that same sequence on the other leg. So now you're gonna wanna come to the front of your mat, placing your block to the outside of your right foot. So placing it forward. Again, kneecaps are lifted, core is tight, shoulders are back. And we're gonna drawing a breath, and exhale, stepping back. So again, your warrior one leg, so lining everything up. Just a quick check that everything is lined up. Toes on the back leg are not facing completely forward, and we're gonna turn those hips. So we're gonna inhale, arms up, and exhale, sinking. So again, if you feel your knee might be coming over your toe, just slide your foot forward a little bit. Inhale, coming up, and now we're gonna come down into that warrior two. So opening your arms up, looking forward, exhale, and again, adjust for your leg, your knee. And now you're gonna come down, placing your hand on your block. Turn and look up at your hand, or keep your neck neutral. And if you can, we're gonna straighten that front leg. And now we're gonna inhale, come up. If you need to take your block with you, come up, and there we go. Let's adjust your feet, toes in, heels in. You can place the block down in front of you. And now toes should be pointing out, heels should be slightly in. And inhale, bring those arms up. Hands together. This time as we exhale, we're bringing hands to heart and lowering your legs at the same time. So exhale, coming down. One nice smooth motion. Shoulders are back, chest is up. Adjust your stance for your knees. Nice deep breathing. And inhale, come up. You're going to drop your head, grabbing onto your block if you need. Lowering your head and reaching down. Now we're going to bend that right knee, walking your hands to the right side. A little stretch here. Inhale, come to center and bend the left knee as you exhale and walk your hands to the left. And inhale, coming back to center, toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, rolling yourself up. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, arms come down, shoulders roll back. Okay, so there's that little sequence there with your yoga block, and then we're just gonna do a little bit of chair and then our Shavasana. Okay, so for your chair pose, again, you don't want your knees coming over your toes at any time, and we're just gonna go ahead, bring those arms up, inhale up, and exhale, bring your arms down as you bring your bum back and down. So making sure you can see your toes, your chest is up, and your core is nice and tight. Digging your weight into your heels and lowering a little more if you can. For a bonus, we'll add a little twist in there. So you're gonna exhale as you bring your elbow to the outside of the knee, looking over your other elbow. Inhale, bring your upper body back up, and exhale to the other side. out of that. And arms come down, shoulders roll back. So you should be feeling that in your legs. So now we're just gonna do our stretches on the mat. We're gonna use your yoga strap. We'll do one round without the strap, one round with, and then we'll do our relaxation. Okay, so having your yoga strap handy beside you, and also if you need your yoga blanket or something warm to stay cozy while you're doing your final relaxation, just make sure you have that before you start. So now we're gonna just have this for in a minute. Make sure you have room beside you, and we're gonna roll you back one vertebrae at a time, rolling back. And now we're gonna straighten your legs out, and from here we're gonna draw up one leg and place your hands around your knee, breathing out as you pull your knee to your chest. Inhale as you release, and then you're gonna take your left hand, pulling your left knee out to the side, keeping your hip from rolling, so placing your right hand on your hip bone. And now bring that knee up to center, switching hands. Left hand can go on the floor, right hand is pulling towards your body as you turn and look behind you. Okay, inhale back up to center and slowly slide that leg down. And now we're going to inhale, bring your right knee up, placing your hands on it. Exhale as you pull down towards you. Inhale to release, and now right hand pulls on the right knee, left hand is on your hip, and we're going to open that up to the side. Inhale, release. Now you're going to switch hands, so you're actually going to be pulling from your left hand towards the left side of your body as you turn and look behind you. Inhale, bring it back to center, straightening that leg out. So now we're gonna go ahead and start on that first leg again. So I started with my left. I'm gonna inhale, bring my foot up, place the strap on my foot, place it in one hand, exhale as I press my foot to the ceiling and pull towards me. So here you can actually point your toes towards you, or if that's too much, just leave it. But we do want to feel that stretch right there. Okay, and now we're going to release and let your leg fall out to the side, and hopefully you've given yourself enough room. And inhale, bring that leg back up. Now you're going to switch hands on the strap. Left hand goes on the floor. Right is pulling your left leg across your body, and turn and look behind you. And now inhale, bring that back up. Exhale, bend your leg, release your strap, and slide that leg back down. Okay, so now inhale, right leg comes up, placing the strap on the bottom of your foot. Right hand is holding that, left hand on your hip, and we're gonna exhale as you straighten that leg. So if you want more stretch, pointing your toes towards you, and pull as much as you feel you want to give yourself that stretch there. release a little bit. You're gonna pull that leg out to the side. So allowing your leg to open, try and keep your hip bone down. And inhale, bring it back to center, switching hands, and now right hand's on the floor, and we're gonna bring that leg down and turn and look behind you. And inhale, bring it back up, and exhale as you release, slide it down. Okay, so here you may want to cover yourself with a blanket or have some socks on. And again, we're going to breathe into your belly first, expanding your belly, then your chest, then you're going to feel and see your chest rise and expand, and then empty from the belly first and then your chest. So relaxing your toes. So just wiggling out any energy from your toes that's still in there, relaxing your ankles to a comfortable position, and just allowing your body to feel heavy into the mat. So working your way up your shins, your calves, relaxing your kneecaps is very important. Relax your quad muscles, your thighs, allowing your hips and your pelvic bone to feel heavy and sink to the floor. And working your way up your chest towards your shoulders, making sure your shoulders are relaxed and falling to the mat. Working your way down your arms to your hands and fingers. And then coming back up your neck, opening your jaw just a little so you can relax it, and paying attention to all the muscles in your face, relaxing your muscles in your face, especially around your eyes and your forehead. Just let everything completely relax. And while I'm breathing and relaxing, I like to think of the things that I'm thankful for and things that make me feel happy. So of course you can stay here as long as you like, and when you're ready, you're just gonna draw yourself up, laying onto your side, pulling your knees up, and then you can push yourself up to a sitting position. I like to get comfortable and just relaxing my hands on my knees for a moment, shoulders roll back. Kind of gradually wake up from that relaxation pose. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Namaste.